Welcome to Last Week on Veronica Mars. I'm Ray, and I'll be your TV whore for this recap. We finally have some breaking news to report in the story of the Hearst rape. Student Mercer Hayes, owner of the illegal on-campus casino robbed in a recent episode, and host of KRFF's Club/radio show, has been arrested in connection with the rape. He was implicated by victim Parker Lee, who believes she recognized his cologne from the night of her rape. This information, along with some clippers found in his room, like those used to shave the heads of the victim, was turned into the local sheriff's office by a friend of the victim, Veronica Mars. Combined with the vials of GHB found in the casino's stolen lockbox, this was enough to convince Sheriff Lamb that Mercer was guilty. Has Hearst finally seen the last of those horrifying rapes? Or is Mercer just another red herring? In a case of spy versus spy, it seems the tables were turned against Hearst College's PI in training, Veronica Mars. Ms. Mars, usually the one everyone turns to in times of criminal injustice, was accused of plagiarizing early in the episode. Determined to prove her innocence and maintain her status as the teacher's pet, Veronica followed the trail of clues to the proof that she had not copied her paper. Unfortunately, she was unable to find concrete evidence against the person she suspected of framing her, teaching assistant Timothy Foyle. However, she did find out a few surprising things about the dean's wife and her new mentor, Professor Landry, or as he's better known around Neptune Grand, Rory Finch. Abnormally hot and dry air had fires popping up all over Neptune in this episode, but none was more unexpected than the one Keith Mars sparked over at the Neptune Grand. Just when we thought the air had cooled for Keith Mars and Harmony Chase, a blast of hot air came rushing over the horizon in the form of Mrs. Chase inviting Mr. Mars for a friendly evening filled with noir movies. A seemingly innocent move on the surface, but her swirling underlying motives created pockets of hot air surrounding the pair. Temperatures continued to rise when the pair met for drinks at the Neptune Grand. Keith tried to cool things down a bit, declining Harmony's offer to explore some of the other amenities the hotel had to offer, and leaving fans breathing a collective sigh of relief for Mr. Mars' morals. But then a shocking change of weather patterns occurred, scattering Keith's morals to the shifting winds and spiking temperatures when Keith returned to the hotel to wow Harmony with the strength of his rising heat. With exciting events in both basketball and bowling this episode, things have started to pick up in what has been a slow sports season at Hearst College. Over on the court, freshman and fan favorite Wallace Fennell earned himself a starting position on the Hearst basketball team. But as the episode progressed, fans saw his performance and grades begin to slip as he tried to balance both his game and academic career. In a game-ending move, Mr. Fennell forfeited his starting position and possibly his scholarship to maintain his status as a mechanical engineering major. Let's just hope the team doesn't trade him before he can return next semester. Meanwhile, over at Neptune Lanes, there was an impromptu bowling tournament taking place. In what appeared to be an uneven match, the Eccles-Lee team easily defeated the Mars-Tisnarski pairing. But it was strikes all around in spirit, as fun was had by all. And we hear tell there might even been a little love struck on those lanes. Tune in next week to see how Piz handles his Veronica Parker split. And we'd like to take a moment now to thank our sponsors for this episode. And that's it for this edition of Last Week on Veronica Mars. Stay tuned to the CW on Tuesdays at 9, 8 Central to see who we can catch cheating next week. I'm Ray, reminding you to keep your TVs close, but your remote controls closer.